Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center, and got a nice Class C motorhome we're going to review today. This is a pretty unique one, guys. I usually don't see them this big without a slide, but this is a 2017 Thor 4 Winds 28A, and it's 29 feet 10 inches long total length without bumper to bumper at its longest point. It's only got 24,200 miles on it. Very, very nice motorhome, and it doesn't have a slide out. You know, I know a lot of people are for slides, a lot of people are against them. I can argue both ways. I mean, there are benefits, there's pros and cons either way you go, but whether you are for slides or against them, this is still a very, very nice very nice RV. And we're gonna look around it, guys, and I am filming it with my new GoPro camera, so you know the settings may be a little off. My next few videos I'm gonna be playing with the settings, see which ones I like the best. Let me know in the comments what you think about this one. But it is 29 feet 10 inches long, 24,000 miles. Does have a power awning. Of course, y'all saw the fly around shot I did with the drone. Everything looks good. Does have the mega storage in the back, which pretty much should accommodate all your exterior storage needs. I mean, this is a huge amount of storage back here. It all looks good, looks clean. Built on the Ford E450 chassis. Does have the 6.8 liter Triton V10. Does have the 8,000 pound tow capacity, but as always, guys, I would recommend keeping your tow capacity right around 5,500, 6,000 pounds max. Does, like I said, the power awning looks great. Looking over here, guys, you can see the finish looks good. You know, it's not faded, no HD max fade like you see on a lot of them. It's a nice rig. Michelin tires all the way around, 6-gallon DSI water heater. Does have a 4 kW Onan generator, but with 280 hours on it. But right now, it does just run for a minute before it shuts off and you smell old gas. So I'm probably going to have the carburetor rebuilt or replaced. Already turned in a service ticket on that, so we are going to guarantee that to work. So don't worry about that. That's a good looking motorhome, guys. I love that forward front end. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I actually went camping this weekend up around Dahlonega, Georgia in my motorhome, and took a long weekend and here and refreshed. That's probably why y'all hadn't seen me post a video Saturday or yesterday. 28A. Guys, I'm gonna pause the video for a minute. I'm gonna show you the Tpo Roof System. Notice the We Boost extender, which is basically a enhancer for your cell phone coverage. 4G, or I'm not sure if it's 4G or 5G, but there's several $100s they've already added it, the previous owners have. So let me pause the video, pop a drone up, let's do a roof shot, and we'll go inside in just a second. You can see that's a good looking roof, and I would say from the condition of the outside, the roof, then the tires, of course, and everything else, I would say this has been either a covered unit or kept inside unit when not in use. At least a good possibility. All the signs are there to me anyway. Let's look inside. All right, as we step inside, and again, guys, I don't have the generator running, but it's still pretty decently cool in here. A little warmer today than normal. It's 91 degrees, but I do have the dash air on. It's actually keeping it pretty comfortable, which is because the dash air is cold, of course. And 24,200 miles, 200.1 miles. No check engine lights, no warning lights. And backup camera works. And you know what, guys? I've owned RVs with slide outs, and I currently own an RV without a slide out. And, you know, I can argue either way. There's pros and cons either way. You know, I hear from folks all the time who religiously say, I will never have an RV with a slide out. And yes, you know, it's another moving part that you add to your RV that, yes, if it moves, it can break. It requires more maintenance and can give you problems. down the road, yes. But the benefits of that is you double your living space. However, a no slide unit like this one, what you see is what you get. It looks exactly the same, whether you're driving down the road or whether you're set up at the campground. There's no difference in it. So right now in my stage of development, in my RV, because everybody's needs in RVs change. Anybody that's ever owned RVs will tell you the same thing. The more you use an RV, your needs change. You know, what you want and need in an RV and what you like in an RV will change every few years. You know, you may start out, you know, my last RV was a 38-foot double slide Class A. Loved it at the time, it suited our needs, but as our lives changed, our uses changed, our needs changed, and we went with a 25-foot Class B plus C class without a slide, and we love it. But then again, we don't spend 2 weeks at a time in it. Wouldn't bother me at all if this thing didn't have a slide out. I like simpler. I think simpler is easier, better. Now I do, you know, a lot of people like the perks, they like the technology, they like a lot more stuff in their RV, and there's nothing wrong with that. Me, I like just easy, simple, and done. I just like everything else in life. So, you know, if you're a slide out person, hey, nothing wrong with that. I've got nothing wrong with it. I would buy another unit with a slide out, no problem. If you're not a slide out person, then there's nothing wrong with that, but I wouldn't let that stop me from enjoying one, whether it had a slide out or not, if that serves your purpose. You know, I like the fact that this is a under 30 foot, so this is something that state park, older campgrounds, especially some of the older, tighter ones. You know, I've been to campgrounds before you couldn't even get a slide out. The spots were so tight. Well, this is a solution to that. Like I said, you pull in, you're 8 foot wide or a little over 8 foot wide, slide, and you got no slides to worry about extending. Now, if you put your awning out, that's another 8 feet, but the awning's optional. And the good thing about it, you know, a slide out, what goes out must come in. Of course, you take up space when your slide out's in. You got a wall, you got to walk around, stuff like that. But like I said, guys, let me know in the comments. Are you for slides, against slides? Are you neutral either way? It just depends on the floor plan. I don't know. It depends on my floor plans and my needs at the time. I think that's where I'm at. If it's with the right floor plan, I can go with a slide, or I can go without a slide. This particular floor plan is more of a classic floor plan. You've got your bed up top, which is a full-size bed, well, bigger than a full, smaller than a queen. So it's close enough to a queen, we'll just call it a queen. And you can sleep 2 adults up here. You've got your sleeper sofa and your table booth that both make separate beds. You can sleep 3 to 4 right here. You can sleep 2 in the back on the queen bed. So this is a good classic floor plan. You wouldn't benefit that much from a slide out, besides maybe just having a little bit wider walkway. You wouldn't really gain any storage or anything like that. So yeah, this particular floor plan, I could take with or without a slide out. It wouldn't bother me at all. And we do have the books and manuals. Of course, I would normally have the TV on, but since I don't have any 110 power, because I'm not running the generator, I don't have the TV on, but I do have the refrigerator on. It's running on propane. It does have a TCL, looks like a Roku TV. Does have a Coleman Mach 13,500 BTU ducted roof air, which should do a fantastic job in here cooling it off. Got some overhead storage. I did notice a privacy curtain over there in your bunk. I do like the finished cabinets. 3-burner stovetop and oven, a double basin sink. Countertops look good. They're not the Corian countertops, but they're not swollen up. They haven't had put a hot dish or a hot pot or pan on there and ruined them or anything like that. Greystone microwave. Pretty good bit of storage in here. Little storage underneath your booth seats, but not the easiest to get to, so I wouldn't put anything in there that I have to get in and out every day, unless you just have to. Refrigerator's already getting cold, freezer's getting cold, because I'm running it on propane, which actually doubles the BTU. So if you're ever in a hurry to cool your RV refrigerator off, then run it on propane instead of electric. Of course, I keep mine plugged up at home all the time. That's the wiring for the WeBoost. That's the plug-in for it. And guys, now I'm gonna go ahead, of course y'all probably know this, I can't guarantee that WeBoost will work. There's the control box for it. I actually put one of these in my van back when we were using it for day trips. The glue, it needs some more Velcro tape on that, but and it works pretty good. But basically it just amplifies your cell phone signal. Now if there's no signal to amplify, obviously it's not going to work. But like if you've got, say somewhere and you got a bar and a half of 4G service, it might increase that bar and a half to like 3 bars. But now if you've got no service, it's not going to create service where there's no service available. But it's a pretty good little product. I've got something similar on my conversion van back when we used to use it for day trips. Now we just use our little motor home. Another benefit of a small motor home, we can use it for day trips as well as overnight ones. And it works, it actually works pretty good. My wife being a real estate agent, she's actually had service where if you turn it off, you barely have any service at all. So definitely worth the money if you need it for business. Me personally, when I'm in the RV, I don't give a flip if I got cell phone service, internet or not, because I care nothing about that stuff when I'm not at work. I don't even care if I got it at home. But besides just the, you know, being able to friends and family to contact me. Rear queen bed, you got storage underneath the bed. Mattress looks good. I'm currently temporarily out of bedspreads, but we're gonna put one in as soon as they come in. You do have a TV in here as well. Definitely put a big TV in here. There's your thermostat for your heat and air. Does have a curtain for privacy. You got closets on each side, some drawers. You got one nightstand. You do have a water closet, porcelain RV toilet. Big ugly guy in the mirror is not included with the RV, but he might drive you somewhere, if depends on where you're going. You might talk him into doing that. Got your plastic vinyl shower curtain, which I actually like that better than any of them. I'm not a big fan of the glass ones. They're too easy to break. These right here are pretty much indestructible, so, and you don't have to worry about those. And they're easy to clean. But yeah, guys, and it's $56,900 for a 17 model. Now, if it had a slide out, it'd be another $10,000. So, and it's only got 24,000 miles. We are going to fix the generator, so don't worry about that. Awning works good. We're going to do our major systems inspection. We're going to make sure that the air conditioner works good. We're going to make sure refrigerator and freezer gets to operating temp. We're going to make sure the drivability is great. We're going to make sure all the plumbing systems work great. You know, we check for plumbing leaks. We check water, faucet, spigots, water heater, water pump, all that good stuff. And well, I've already pretty much checked the propane and the awning, so we're good on that. I normally check the TVs for you, but unfortunately, we without any 110, I can't turn those on. But I mean, that's a pretty late model TV, and probably not what, it's probably one of the previous owners added to it. Probably why they added the WeBoost, so they can make their phone a hotspot and use it for their television. But yeah, guys, I like it. Yeah, I know slide units not for everybody. I get that. Hey, I've got plenty of them with slide outs, guys. I've got lots of them with slide outs. I've got more coming in with slide outs. I've got more used Class C's than probably just about anybody in one location. Plenty of them, but they're selling fast. I mean, Class C's have been hot for months, and they're not slowing down any. I primarily buy used Class C's. I'm not saying that I don't buy Class A's and Class B's. I will, you know, I'm just more pickier. I mean, I have to buy just certain ones of those, certain values. In fact, I just got in an Axis that I'm probably going to try to film later. little 24.1 axis, which is basically a Class C with a Class A body on it. But and then I got a couple of diesels I'm gonna try to film later this week, so stay tuned. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, RVs with Big Bo, hit that subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. I'm gonna save you some money. I'm gonna show you some nice used RVs. I mean, you can go anywhere on YouTube and review new RVs, and they all look good new. But it's like I tell people, you know, the real test of how well an RV's built is how good they look after they're a few years old. In fact, I would never even, well, I mean, I wouldn't ever buy a new one anyway. Why? I mean, these things are $130,000 new, and I got this one 57 now with 24,000 miles. First of all, why would you waste that kind of money when you can buy one for under 60 grand with 24,000 miles? I do everything a brand new one will do for less than half price. And B, I mean, I just don't believe in wasting that kind of money on something that you're just going to be using a few times a year. I'd rather just spend $56,900 and have a nice motorhome. We go over the major systems on it. Now, guys, on that note, you know, we cover the major systems. You know, we make sure the major stuff works on it. If there's any Mickey Mouse stuff at all that doesn't work, and so far everything I've touched works. Lights work. All the drawers and cabinets I've checked work. We are going to fix generators. You don't have to worry about that. We guarantee that to run properly and put out properly and all that, so don't worry about that. But like, let's just say this light right here stopped working, for instance. Well, it works, but let's just say it didn't. Hypothetical. It would be sold that way. You'd have to fix that. Those are $15, $20 on Amazon, or if you want to go to an RV store, you can pay $40 for the same light. You can buy it for half price online if you want to go to an RV parts store, or you can wait a few days, order it online, and get it for half price. And you can put that in yourself in 5 or 10 minutes. You know, we leave the little stuff to you. We handle the major stuff. If I see anything wrong with it, of course, I'm going to point it out in the video. This one right here, exceptionally nice condition. I don't really see any issues with it. There's no flaking furniture on it. You know, that's always a concern with the Thor. And most of this furniture is cloth, so it's either been recovered or it just came that way, so you don't have any issues with that, which was a common problem with Thor, Coachman, and 2 or 3 other brands back in the 2010 to 2017 or 18 model era of RVs. They used a type of pleather-like material that just did not hold up in the heat, and this one doesn't show any signs of that, so I would say this one's probably safe. You know, and you know, we leave the cosmetic stuff to you. We make sure the stuff that can ruin your trip works. You know, we'll make sure it drives right, which we are going to drive it later in the video. We make sure that the plumbing systems work, generator works, roof air works, dash air obviously works on this one. We don't guarantee those, but if it ain't broke, you can't fix it, so obviously it works. Believe me, I wouldn't be in here this long if it didn't. Actually does, because this unit doesn't have a slide out, it actually cools it off better, so that dash air, anybody sitting up here in the couch, the table booth, or in the front seats, dash air keep you comfortable, even in 90+ degree heat. So you don't have to run the generator. Run your roof air like you traditionally would in most RVs to cool it off. Now, if you have somebody in the back bed or something like that, yeah, you'd probably want to run the generator and the roof air to keep them comfortable when it's hot like this. And yes, guys, you can run the generator driving down the road. That's what it's designed to do. I don't know why people get that idea that you can't run the generator going down the road. It's a 4 kW Onan generator. It's going to use roughly about half a gallon an hour under a load. So if you run it, you know, 8 hours to make your trip, you're going to use 4 gallons of gas. Big whoop. 4 gallons of gas is well worth it for the comfort you get having full hookups while you're driving down the road for your passengers. I mean, they can nuke a pizza, they can have nice ice cold air conditioning, they can make a pot of coffee going down the road. I mean, it's like being hooked up to power at the campground while you're driving down the road. Watch TV, do all, you know, anything they want to do, plug up their cell phones, tablets, computers, whatever, while you drive down the road. So for me, yes, it's well worth it to run the generator driving down the road for no more extra fuel than it's going to cost. Believe me, 90% of the time, even in my little 25-footer, I run the generator going down the road unless it's nice and cool outside. I don't have a reason to. And believe me, guys, we don't get very much cool weather here in the South. We get 3 or 4 months of it, then after that, it gets right back to hot. Or it seems like it anyway. But anyway, guys, normally I say I bring the slide out, show you what it looks like with the slide out's in. That doesn't apply here, but I do recommend, since we only cover the major stuff, that you come look at this RV for yourself, inspect it, and or hire a third-party inspector, guys. I think it's crazy people that buy new and used RVs without an RV inspector, paying them to look at it. It's just a few $100, well worth the money. Do highly recommend you just Google RV inspectors around Chattanooga, Tennessee. Majority of them are pretty good. There's 1 or 2 that's not, but you can read their reviews and figure out which ones are which pretty easily. You know, you can coordinate everything with your salesperson here and have them come out and take a look at it, or just come look at it yourself, come test drive it. We do test drives Monday through Friday only. No Saturday test drives. So guys, if you have to come test drive it, you're gonna have to come during the week, and we're pretty firm on that. I mean, I know a lot of people can't come during the week. I'm sorry, but we just don't have the manpower on Saturday to do test drives. I wish we did. That's why I don't do motorhome videos on Saturday, because I don't have a salesperson that can ride with me to do a test drive. Because of that very reason, because we have so many customers out here. All my salespeople are juggling 4 or 5 customers at one time. Each time you take off 30-40 minutes to do a test drive, you're leaving everybody else high and dry, your customers, and our salespeople are already working 4 or 5 other customers at the same time. Then they got to cover for the salesperson that's gone on the test drive, and you've got a bunch of mad customers that can't get waited on, and you miss out on usually 1 or 2 sales trying to sell one other one, and then you get a bunch of bad customers. A lot of times it's not worth it. So we always tell everybody up front, if you need to come test drive one, come Monday through Friday only, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time. And you know, it's always best if you do want to come and test drive one, to call, make an appointment, so the salesperson can make sure it's got plenty of gas in it, that we can get it out easily. Things like that, batteries are up, stuff like that. So anyway, guys, hang tight. What I'm gonna do is I'm pause the video for a minute and bring the awning in, close all the compartment doors, get one of my salespeople, and we're gonna try this camera out on a test drive. So hang tight. I will be right back in just a few minutes. All right, everybody, now we're gonna test drive this 2017 28A 4-winds. Got my good buddy Shane gonna go on a test drive with us, be our cameraman, and show him some love. If you've got any interest in this 2017 Thor 4-winds, any questions, got trade or anything else, or just want to come look at it, give him a call. Shane, what's your phone number, buddy?
It's 423-347-8478.
And that's a cell number, so you can call him, you can text him, after hours, you know, before 4 hours, 3 o'clock in the morning. He don't mind.
Text after hours.
All right, let's take her down the road here. A lot of leg room here too, I guess, because there's no slide. You can put the seat back a little further, because I'm, you know, 300 pounds, 6'4", so. And we'll take her down the road here. See what this bad boy can do. Maybe. Gotta love traffic. All right, of course we get this red light again. And I apologize again, guys. We're still getting used. I'm gonna be playing with the settings for the next few videos, so we'll see how everything looks and sounds. Yeah, 24,200 miles on this thing. It's not, I can't imagine this thing being hurt at all. Plus we just drove it several hundred miles in too, so. Dash air feels good. And see what it can do going up this hill. We always get stuck at this red light. You know, if I'm in a car, I buzz right through this red light, but every time I'm in an RV, it always catches me. I don't know what it is. Shift's good. Old V10's got its own unique sound, their exhaust. That is a tried and true motor right there. Just like that. Wasn't even really getting on it that hard. Oh yeah, shift's good, smooth. We'll get on the interstate, of course, try the cruise control out, all that good stuff, but tires ride good so far. You know, it's kind of a rough driving road. We got all this tar on the road and everything, but it drives good. Not a lot of squeaks and rattles. And we'll get on it just a little bit here, just to see what kind of speed we can get it up to. Well, we'll have to slow down a little bit, but I mean, we're already at 60 right here, and I'm having to slow down to get over. So yeah, it's no problem getting up on the interstate at 60, probably 65, which is an uphill up ramp. That's plenty, because I like to speed up, get on the interstate so I can merge around all these trucks and then regulate my speed once I'm safely on the interstate. And I got the cruise control set at 65, which is about where I usually run one. And you can see it's we're not getting blown around by these trucks. Cruise control's on, it works good. Get off the cruise control for a second. I mean, it's not pulling to the left or the right, which is always good. Anytime you're next to one of these trucks, that's where good peripheral vision comes into play. Make sure they don't get in your lane. I try not to make it much of a habit when I get behind them, or get beside them too long. Brakes feel good. Guys, I think this is, I mean, it drives like a 24,000 mile motorhome should drive like. But don't take my word for it. Come check it out for yourself. Give Shane a call or a text. What's your number, Shane?
It's 423-347-8478.
And call before coming to look. Make sure somebody hadn't beat you to it. And thanks again for watching. Hit us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. And look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.